creditors, ama the IMFs and the World Banks of this world. Now, IMF and World Bank are known as last resort lenders, right? They're last resort lenders. They're the people that you go to when you've really messed up. So Kenya is one of the countries that really messed up. We got into a lot of commercial debt. Also, our debt with China has been increasing. And so we're in a situation where we aren't able to pay these debts anymore. Like, we are not in a good situation. So what we did is we went back to the IMF and to the World Bank to ask them to help us with some funds so that we can sort out our issues. And now the challenge with guys like the IMF and the World Bank is that, yes, their debt is cheaper, like the interest rates are lower, like the cost of paying them back is not as expensive. But this is where they catch us. They give us conditionalities in exchange for that money. Like, hawatupati tu pesa out of the goodness of their hearts. There are some things that we will have to do in order to be able to access that money. And some of these things are what we're calling conditionalities and are what led to structural adjustment programs. So essentially, it's like, this is being recorded, it's like getting into bed with the devil. It's like making a deal with the devil. It reaches a point where the World Bank or the IMF are pretty much the ones who are holding the reins, who are dictating terms in terms of your domestic public finance systems. It makes sense. So say, utaona vitu kama, they'll be like, you guys have serious issues with your revenue, and you need to get your revenue to this point so that we can be able to loan you this money. So that's when you'll find that the Kenyan government is scrambling to introduce all these new taxes through the Kenya Finance Bill. They'll be like, you need to adjust this other aspect of your public finance management system. You need fiscal transparency. You need to cut off spending on some areas that are wasteful. And those areas that are wasteful are normally like the most important ones, especially for ordinary citizens. Ni vitu kama health, ni vitu kama education. That's when you start seeing budget cuts in those areas. So that is the problem with those multilateral lenders like the IMF and the World Bank. With China, I'm gonna let someone deal with China. Is it gonna be? And then we can come back to domestic, right?
Sure. So I'll have a go.